From plastic pollution to poaching, marine life is facing a growing crisis. But in the midst of it all, an environmental activist is making waves. Leko Bakari and his team are leading a bold initiative to save endangered sea creatures and restore balance to our oceans. This and more will be our focus in this week's edition of Green Angle. Welcome. I am Esther Mokwariola. And before we begin, let's bring you updates from the world of environment.
Recent data from the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency shows that plastics account for nearly 60% of waste ending up in the ocean. These plastics are often consumed by fish, posing health risks for both marine life and humans who eat them. This sensitization workshop seeks to educate locals in this community on sustainable fishing practices.
The way we are killing fish before we know, but now there's no fish again. The money I bring come now, if I give my children went to school and I give wife, I will not see something to feed myself.
It's very important that the biodiversity and the ecosystem of the oceans is kept safe. You understand? So we need to keep it safe. It's very crucial because it's very important. So I actually told them that preserving it comes in various ways, like creating sustainable fishing, responsible fishing, avoiding overfishing, and abiding by the laws and the regulations.
In addition to this engaging session, locals were given kits and other safety gadgets, while also empowering them to become active stewards of the environment.
We also talked about the need for them to also ensure that they don't disrupt operations of the boat operators along the waterways, and they should also promote sustainable practices by not dumping waste into the waterways and also not leaving their spoiled net in the waterways.
A lot of people have never seen sea turtles before. They don't even know how a dolphin looks like. And we have these animals in Nigerian waters. So all of this, as we're going to the schools, to the communities, to talk to them, to educate them, the different kind of animals or fish to capture and the ones to let go back into the sea to protect our ecosystem and our marine life.
For communities like Makoko, small changes in habits can lead to big wins for the oceans and for future generations who depend on them.
I plead that you people will show us mercy. Please, you people should show us mercy.
This is what remains of the only road connecting Ohabri Umuchime to Umuchime Eluelu. What was once a route for trade, school children and a link has now become a dangerous trench, making passage impossible.
It started from Orioji, and all the water coming from that end up to Asiama, Mission Hill, they now collapse here. And the more we try to control it, the more it expands. And here we see, you can see what the magnitude of the erosion. I plead with the government of the day, led by His Excellency, Dr. Alex Chioma Oti, to please come to our rescue.
For years, heavy rains have battered the region, washing away soil and widening cracks. Visibly distressed residents say they've been left to face the consequences.
This thing started after the construction of the gutters in this place.
His Excellency Chioma Alex Oti came on an electioneering campaign in this area. We approached him concerning it, and he said emphatically that if he's elected, that he will definitely do something about it.
On a Friday evening, around about 4 to 4 or 5 o'clock, 1 minute over. So I don't know, man, I know never is ever. Dika have nam maka mu a GMO job be na ihe o be dim perfect am tupu ya nwu. Na re ha dika ndị enwe mmadụ ha gbatara m ọsọ enyemaka n'ihi nwe ebe ọzọ m nwere m ga-ebi.
Research shows that Abia State grapples with a significant erosion crisis with over 30,000 active erosion sites recorded. With the rains forecasted to continue, residents fear the damage could worsen. For now, their plea is simple: help before it's too late.
With shifting rainfall patterns and rising temperatures, climate change continues to pose serious threats, fueling food insecurity, conflict, and displacement across the globe. In response, this workshop focuses on strengthening climate action by equipping female lawyers with the knowledge and tools needed for effective climate change litigation.
About it. The judges will have to be educated to know that climate litigation is real. It is not the same thing as commercial disputes. It is not the same thing as land dispute. It's a peculiar place and must be accorded that special place. And I've advocated for green courts where the judges that sit in it will have special training, both in interpretation of the law and in the judgment that they give.
As female lawyers, there is need to build our capacity in this area. There is need for us to engage in public interest litigations. There is need for us to have a redirection and focus on what is globally trending, especially in other jurisdictions. Check it, women are the ones bringing actions to court on climate change matters. But in this part of the world, especially in Nigeria, we seem not to consider it very important.
Where we use our land.
Participants stressed that beyond raising awareness, there is a pressing need for stronger political commitment to climate-friendly policies, ones that not only promote environmental sustainability, but also drive social equity.
It's not about providing relief. It is about ensuring that people don't suffer. And how do you ensure that people don't suffer? It's by being prepared, by utilizing the funds that are available to do awareness creation, to build the necessary infrastructure, if it is a new dam, if it is to desilt rivers, if it is to move people from floodplains so that they don't get impacted. We need to utilize the funds that have been put aside for environmental issues to deal with these issues.
It is believed that empowering legal professionals, especially women, will play a vital role in advancing climate justice and ensuring that environmental laws aren't only enforced, but also shape a more sustainable and inclusive future. The ocean, a vast world brimming with life. From fish to sea turtles, it's home to countless marine creatures. But today, their survival is under serious threat. Pollution from plastics and toxic chemicals is poisoning their habitat. On top of that, many of these animals are being hunted, either for profit, ignorance, or just for fun. Earlier this year, an endangered leatherback sea turtle was captured along the coast of southwestern Nigeria. A video that surfaced online showed the weak animal tied to the back of a vehicle. Many feared it was already dead. The clip sparked outrage, with people calling for more awareness and stronger efforts to protect these vulnerable species. In response, environmental advocate Lekon Bakare is stepping up. He's leading a campaign to protect life under the sea. His foundation is committed to safeguarding Nigeria's coastline and marine ecosystems, aligning with Sustainable Development Goal 14, Life Below Water.
Because I grew up right in front of the ocean. I'm from Etiosa here, the Lagosian family, and we're, as a Lagosian, we're right, there's this saying in Lagos that we own the ocean, Awala Lukun, Awala Losa, so it's my heritage, is where I grew up from. And I've always been someone that's been so attracted and fascinated with the ocean, and I've been going out right from tender age, going out boating, going out sailing, and back then, I know how the waters were here. When you go out, we had blue water. It was very clean. It was really nice. Fast forward to about 6 years ago, I went out went out sailing, and from the Lagos Yacht Club, went towards Takwa Bay. And I can tell you that most of the stretch was just plastic waste on the water. And that caught my attention, that how did we get here? And that's where I thought that we needed to speak about this. And that's something that gave birth to the foundation. Myself and my partners, one of the things that came to mind was the problem about the sea turtles. We've been seeing a lot of poachers that, when they capture the sea turtles, they sell them off, they're eaten. So over the years, we've been thinking, what do we do? How can we rescue the sea turtles? What help can we be of? And we just thought that there's nowhere in Lagos where these turtles, when they come out to hatch, where they're able to, because some of them, when you capture them, when you rescue them, they're injured. But you have nowhere to keep them, you have to let them back in. So we just thought that we needed a one-stop place where when they come, we're able to rescue them, we're able to treat them, we would have professional vets. We're in partnership, like I showed you, the vet we're building there, House of Pluto. We're able to treat them, take care of them, nurture them. They're hatchling, we're able to give them an environment to grow. And once we see that they're fit to go back to their natural habitat, we let them back into the ocean. People, experts, it's not cheap at all.
As part of this mission, his team is building a turtle sanctuary and marine life aquarium, a first of its kind in the region. Though still under construction, it's designed to be both a conservation hub and a tourist attraction, aimed at sparking curiosity and education.
When you come here, you'll be able to see different species of birds, different kind of birds. We're also having a wildlife center in partnership with Green Fingers, Chiedu, where you're going to be seeing some exotic endangered species. We have to, they're going to be there so that students can come, education. Some things you read about, you hear about, but you don't know they exist, or you don't know, you've never seen them before. You can come in here, you'd see them. We also have the aquarium there, where we're going to have fresh and saltwater fish, animals, which it's first of its kind. It's first of its kind. We'll be able to see, animal fishes that you've only seen on TV, but they're dominant. They're here in our own Atlantic Ocean here. You'll be able to see it firsthand here, and it's something that we're looking forward to. It's something that we're excited about. It's a whole lot of work going into this, but it's going to be a dream come true very, very soon. This is not old. This is maybe about 2 years old. So turtles, they live 100 years. Yeah. So these ones, we just hold them here temporarily because...
So far, Lekon and his team have rescued around 100 sea turtles. Once treated and rehabilitated, these turtles are released back into the ocean, helping to rebuild their fragile population.
Now, it's not, we're not taking their environment, their natural habitats, and to cage them. No. Like I said, it's a one-stop, it's a sanctuary where we're able to, because we already know they're endangered, but we're able to give them a place where they can be safe, they can be taken care of, they can be healed, and then they can be let back into their natural habitat. So it's a temporary space. If you come here early in the morning sometimes, you find them up here. You know, they come to lay their eggs. Some are injured, but you know, when you can't do anything about it, you just let it back in. But now they won't go back without injury. You know, they will go back injury-free. Their eggs would not just be stolen or taken away. Their eggs will be safe. They will, you know, they will hatch. We'll make sure they are good, and then we'll release them. And all these releases will be documented as well.
Beyond rescue efforts, the foundation also engages directly with coastal communities.
In the same set that
through outreach, safety demonstrations, and dialogue with local fishermen, they are promoting marine conservation and empowering people to be stewards of the sea.
It's very difficult to tell a man what to eat or what not to eat or he shouldn't eat, you know, but we have to let them see the other side of it. You know, knowing is very important. If you know and then you decide to carry on, well, that's fine enough. Like, for example, there's some people that will tell you, we don't eat pigs because of A, B, and C. And there's some people that tell you, I know that pig does eat A, B, and C, but I'm still fine with it. But at least the message is there. And that's the same concept we want to get with this. We need to let them understand, the fishermen and fisherwomen in different communities, and to let them know that, you know what, you also need to let some time for these fishes, because by the time you keep catching them, what are you doing to preserve them? What are you doing to grow them? What are you doing? You know, we have to find a way to pass this message with regards to overfishing in every community in Nigeria. But the first step is to go there and start talking to them, where we're going to talk to the kids about, you know, life below water, not just in the Atlantic, but in their lagoons there, in their rivers. We're also going to speak to fishermen in these communities, the fishing communities there. We want to know what their challenges are. We want to see where we can help. We want to see how we can donate some little gears to them, like fishing nets. We want to see if they're having problems of ghost netting there. You know, we want to know the kind of species of fish they catch there. We want to let them understand that, you know, if you catch like turtles, they're endangered species, please don't eat them. Please let them back into their natural habitat. We want to pass this message all across the country.
Together, they are proving that with education, passion, and action, it's possible to protect the ocean and the countless lives that depend on it.
Green Angle returns in just a moment. Stay with us.
Following warnings by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency of likely thunderstorms and rainfall in parts of Nigeria, the Lagos State government is putting modalities in place to secure residents. The alert contained in NIMET's weather outlook forecasts a wet start to the week, with heavy downpours expected in the north, north-central, and southern parts of the country. Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Olufemi Oke-Osoyintolu, shares insights on the level of preparedness for possible flooding in Lagos.
Well, the major challenges that we experience is that there's a lacuna, there's a gap between what government is doing and what the people are doing. The orientation, their attitude. When there's emergency, the people tend to crowd the place. Overcrowding. When there's emergency, before we get to the scene, it's always difficult. People try as much as possible to block our ways. And thirdly, which we have noticed now, false information, false alert. You discover that people that are not there, they'll be giving false information about the emergency that occurred. You see, the major thing that is lacking in emergency management and disaster in federal government or in other states is taking ownership and providing the political will. because it's not easy to invest in all these equipment. It's not easy to invest in all this equipment. Like the Lagos State now spends billions of naira to improve their fire service infrastructure. Now the NEMA, the federal government through NEMA, are doing their bits. But you can see that some states, they don't have state emergency management agency in place. They don't have policy in place. They don't have what it needs to take to manage disaster management cycle. And the key thing is there is that they've not taken ownership. They've not provided the political will in terms of safety, in terms of emergency or disaster management. And if you don't have that, there's no way you can get it right. All the relevant agencies have been put into red alerts. And not only been put into red alert, we have upgraded their facilities in terms of equipment, in terms of personnel. And you can see that the major stakeholders that is involved, Ministry of Environment, they are everywhere in Lagos State, doing the slitting, clearing the drainages. Not only that, doing a lot of sensitization and carrying the people along, which is the key now. Carrying the people along, what they need to do and what they don't, the do's and don'ts. That they shouldn't dump refugees inside the drainages. They should clear their drainages. They should ensure that they do not build houses to obstruct the free flow of water. So apart from that, you will discover that we are building the resilience from the grassroots. Today in Lagos State, we have what we call local emergency management agency and committee in all our local government. You can see that in all our schools, we are training them what they need to do, which we term as catch them young. The state government has done their own bits. We have relief camp in all the 3 senatorial districts, that if people are displaced, we have a place to house them, we have a place to take care of them, we have a place to do a holistic reconstructions and rehabilitations for them. But the most important thing is that safety is everyone's business and everybody has to play their own bit. We've carried out what we call vulnerability analysis. We've informed our people that, look, this place is not suitable for you during the time of raining season. Then you look for where to be, or relocate to your family. You relocate to where your safety can be well guaranteed. My appeal to the good people of Lagos State, that under the watch of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, we will do everything that is humanly possible to ensure safety of life and properties. But people should realize that just safety, disaster management is everyone's business. What you just need to do is to call us on our emergency number. And our emergency number in Lagos State is 112 or 767. I can assure you we will be right there.
And that's about it on this week's edition of the program. Until I come your way next time, remember, together we can build a sustainable world. I am Esther Mapariola. Bye for now.